Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's John and Jenna with Flippin' Ain't Easy, and this is the final live stream of the 2023 year. And we're going to clear the air and move on to 2022, and make sure that we kind of cross the T's and dot the I's in 2023, and just put an end to a lot of the craziness. So. First of all, let me just thank each and every one of you for a great 2023. It was a great year, at least for the live stream. We had a lot of crazy things happen during the year, during the live. Had some crazy returns happen while we were on the live, and some unexpected moments. And I just don't think 2024 is going to top all the craziness, and I'm good with that, right? And I want to thank each and every one of you out there, and I'm sure I'm going to miss a few people, but I want to thank the people that are really, really close to the channel, that have been there every step of the way throughout 2023. Mike Camparelli, really, really good friend of ours and friend of the channel. Archie Biscuit Butt, Bearded Picker, Scott, thanks for being there. We got Sunny Las Vegas. Thanks for being there. Mad Hatter, Brett, thanks for, just the correspondence that you guys don't see off the camera or out of the chat, in the emails. Oh, and I can't forget Josh Galt, my buddy Josh. Sorry, man. The correspondence you don't see in here, either through phone calls or through text, emails, that kind of thing. It's the fact that I met all these people through this camera is something that you can't put a price on, so if nothing else ever comes out of this channel, I know that I have some solid friends that I can turn to, and just if I have a bad day, I can just have a conversation about it. So getting off eBay Island was part of the goal on this channel, and I'd say so far we've met that goal. So 2023 has been a good year on that front. Now, I do have to ask you guys for some forgiveness here. This channel is not about drama. This channel is about talking about the business, talking about what our journey is in reselling, and how we get there, and how we're navigating through it. Unfortunately, there has been a series of distractions that I have to talk about and clear the air. And I know that I've kind of alluded to these things in videos over the last few months, and people said, hey, F the haters, and, haters are going to hate and all that stuff. And I appreciate, like Jovial, Rhonda, reaching out and saying, forget these people. And I get it. But I think I've glossed over some things in videos, and I didn't really come out and say it. So I'm going to take a few minutes, and I hope you guys forgive me for taking the time. And then we can get away from the subject, and we're just going to move on. And I'm not going to talk about it again unless the parties that I'm talking about, with indirectly, because I'm not going to mention names here, but the parties that I'm talking about decide to take it to another level, and then that's on them. Okay. But Josh and I have been very outspoken, whether on his channel, on this channel, and on the eBay Power Hour podcast, about what we feel, our opinion, makes a successful eBay business. And in many cases, that involves the use of promoted listings. And I've talked about it on my channel extensively. Josh has, and on the eBay Power Hour podcast. Unfortunately, this has set off and triggered a bunch of people who are they're very adamant against eBay's idea of the pay to play. And so therefore, we're labeled as pay to players. And there's people that are very triggered. Every time I post a video, I get a thumbs down from these very people. As soon as it posts, it's like they are on autopilot. They are that triggered, and the vitriol is so just ingrained in them that they have to go in and attack. And so this has been happening. We've blocked people from the Power Hour podcast, my channel, Josh's channel, but Josh has received death threats. He's received nasty emails. I can't say I've received those yet, but I'm sure they're coming. I have received in the Power Hour podcast, I've received nastiness, been called an idiot, Even though I tried to interact and have a conversation with these people, they want to call names, they want to throw jabs, but they don't want to provide, hey, let's have a adult conversation here. And unfortunately, it's about 5 or 6 people. I don't know if these are throwaway accounts, but I know at least 2 of them have halfway decent sized channels. These people are the ones that tend to complain when the sales aren't great, and they cry, sometimes literally. And it's enough is enough. And the fact that they are the other day, and this is kind of where it has come to a head, was on Primo Chemo's channel. Great guy. Congratulations on 1,000 subs. He had in his live this week put a little thing, a blurb out saying, here's my favorite channels. And I was honored to be one of those 4 that he put on his list. So I was hashtagged in his live, and it popped up in my feed. So I went over and checked it out, and I logged in, and I was in the middle of doing shipping, and I'm looking at the comments, and it caught my attention. Like almost everyone there's some few that are actually watching that right now that were part of that, but weren't involved in saying negative things, but were there. And things talking about how my mannerisms, because I take my hat off and rub my hand through my hair, and I drink my drink throughout the programs, that I must be dealing with some kind of an Adderall addiction. One comment said from one of the channels said that they thought it was cocaine. Ridiculous things like this, and it's defamatory, and it has to stop. And I was a little disappointed though, that because these comments were already there before I got to the show, that these things weren't shut down, because it's just nastiness. But I did defend myself, and I told the parties that were there that you wouldn't tell me this in my face. I know that. And it wasn't a threat. It was just a fact, a human mannerism. Most people will get behind their keyboard and they think this is a weapon, and they don't have the same boldness in person than they do in person. Promise you that. And it was no threat on my part. There's no threat. I'm not a violent person at all. So it's just them trying to spin things. And the reason why I even mention all this is because they are on their channels spitting hate and just trying to project what they've done to Josh and I as if we're the ones that are perpetrating this. So I am putting it out there. You guys need to stop. You guys need to just move on. If you do not have, if you do not agree with us, I don't care. Look, there's people right now in this chat that I love that don't agree with us, because they bring their insight to the conversation, and they bring their perspective to the conversation. And I'm good with that. I want that. I don't want an echo chamber in any of our channels. I want respect. And if you're going to be nasty, if you're going to be butthurt because I pretty much don't agree with you, I'm sorry, but it needs to stop. And move on to your channels. If you want to have a cult where you have your little Discord discussion where you rile each other up, that's fine. But leave Josh and I out of it. Move on to the next person you want to try to get views. They're talking, well, the bully, but it's they want to talk. One person, one of the 5 people wanted to say how I'm searching for the views that I used to get during the pandemic. Well, I wasn't getting very many views during the pandemic. So, here we are. So, again, I apologize to each and every one of you. This is not why you tuned in. And for those of you who are still with us, hanging out, we're going to leave it at that. I cleared the air. 2024. You will not hear about this again, even hinting about it again, unless these guys want to get really nasty. And as Josh said on the live that we deleted, because there's a lot going on with that live, but there's a lot said on that live. And I'm, those of you who watch live know what we're talking about. That there's recourse involved if people want to get defamatory. And you can delete things, you can delete chats, you can not have chats activated for replay, but YouTube and Google, they have that all filed away, so it's there. So with my screenshots that I have, and with my emails that I have, and his emails that he's received, we have all the information. So calm down, guys. Move to 2024. focus on not promoting, which is what you support, and get the sales however you want. And we will do the same. And if that includes promoting and telling everyone about it, we're going to do it with a smile on our face. So wish you guys well. Hopefully you guys have a great 2024, and let's all move on as adults. So it's off my chest, and we're going to move on. So thank you for being there and being through this little diatribe. Josh says, hello, John and Jenna and everyone in the chat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, buddy. Looking forward to great sales. Couple folks. Oh my goodness. We have Guide Guru says, hope you guys had a great Christmas. Aww. Well, thank you, Guide Guru. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. And we certainly did have an excellent Christmas. Got to spend time with family. And I think that just means everything. Who cares what you get for Christmas, as long as you have people there to celebrate the time with you. That's what matters. Josh Fagan. Well, thank you, buddy. Josh, I appreciate you. It says, John, Jenna, and Josh, thanks for a year of content. I thank Primo as well today. Happy New Year and all the best for 2024. This is my way of paying you back. Well, hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
Why do people gotta always pull at the heartstrings?
Yeah,
I cry more on this live than I do anywhere else.
Thank you, Josh, for being there, being part of the community. And wow, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. What can you say to that? But really, I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you super chat or not. It's not about that. It's just the fact that you take the time to, even just some of you guys who's coming here 10, 15, 20 minutes early waiting. And I see that. And it's like, wow, that's awesome. And we have Jovial says, hey, FA fam, let's get this chat party started. Happy these returns stunk week. Yeah, made that one up, but also true nonetheless. That's one of the words I do not like to talk about in this channel. I've been so good lately without getting the R word. And I just, if I mention it, I'm afraid that I'm going to get a notification at any moment. Jovial Juggler says, anyone have an over-the-top return this week they want to share? And Jovial says, I'll start. Did you all know eBay is purchasing items for buyers now without their consent? And I quote, these items do not fit. I actually didn't actually authorize this. eBay went ahead and purchased it for me, and I need to refund on this. Tell me the procedure. And then on top of that, the buyer reached out to me, and I accepted the lowball offer. Well, I'm surprised, though, they didn't blame it on their 3-year-old child that had full access to their phone and knew their password and was able to go in and buy that shirt. It's funny how people blame things other. A lot of them blame it on eBay, but they don't. They blame things on other factors other than themselves. It's a shame.
And that's a sad part of the in a lot of things in the world is you have to take a look and take accountability for your own actions, for your children's actions, of course, to a degree, but taking responsibility is just a big, huge. If you haven't learned the lesson by now, you really should, because taking accountability, it'll humble you, and it makes you a better person. It's just I don't even know.
Well, speaking of accountability, I like to think I had a pretty good year with sales. We had a good year,
great year,
but I'm not where I want to be yet. I want to do better, but that starts with me being accountable with my time. And I've talked about this on some videos this week. I need to really get regimented with my time and eliminate as many distractions as I possibly can, which also means, stop jumping in on chats and hanging out, and maybe cut off the YouTube for a little while until my work gets done. And that way I can just maximize my time. So I haven't been good in that area despite the success on eBay. And to me, that's only going to translate into better results. Right. So that's me being honest. I want to know what you guys, what's the one thing that you guys are going to, what did you learn from 2023 that you're not going to do in 2024, and simply you're going to get rid of that habit or mistake in 2024? I want to know what that is. Let's have a discussion, because I think if one person can come out and say, yeah, this is what I'm dealing with, I'm willing to bet there's another 10 that are watching that, just aren't in the chat, don't feel like chatting, that are going through the same thing. So let's talk about that. Patricia says, I had the same thing a few weeks back. The buyer blamed eBay software after I accepted her counteroffer. She asked me to cancel, and I did. Then a negative a week later.
Wow.
That's not good. And of course, you got it removed. Always, always, always fight the negative. I saw a post on the I forgot whose Instagram it was, but they had put a post that they were able to contact eBay for business.
I know who it was. He's in Florida.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of pickers in Florida.
No, I'm seeing. I can see it. Hold on, I'll tell you. I know who it was.
Yeah, of course.
Fisher Flips.
Yeah, Fisher Flips.
Yes.
Said that, guys reached out to a rep at eBay for business on Facebook and using the messenger. I've done it before. I've had mixed results, but it doesn't hurt. Now they're going to fill out a form to request in many cases, but if you get a US rep, they are empowered to make that decision right then and there. And it's your account health we're talking. I think that you need to, moving forward, really look into your account health and make sure that you're free of defects and to fight. I've seen so many sellers that have had negatives left on their account, and I scratch my head and go, if they would have just fought this, because this wouldn't be allowed to stand if it violates eBay's policy. Yeah. But eBay is not going to go searching for your feedback and check on it for you. You're the only one that's going to be able to fight for your account health. Mm-hmm. Jovial got a second return. Once again, the buyer reached out to me and I accepted the low offer. Reason for return: doesn't fit. This jacket doesn't fit across the shoulders. I wonder why. Yeah. People in denial sometimes about their
actual size.
Their size, and maybe this is the time of year where people may have ate too much over the last 2 months and it's a little different by the time they get the item. Brenda Smith says, Happy New Year to everyone. I watch every Friday with my 5-year-old grandson, Blake. Hey, Blake.
Hi, Blake.
Thanks for watching, buddy. He waits patiently for you to read the comments and gets so excited when you read my name.
Aww.
Well, awesome. Well, hopefully Blake, got excited.
We hope you had a very Merry Christmas and you're going to have a Happy New Year.
Yes.
Hope you got lots of cool stuff.
That's awesome. Jovial says, could it be because a women's jacket? First word in the title didn't give away Jim Bob. Pictures of tags showing it's a women's jacket. What about the measurements in the item description? Jim Boob?
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Andy from Indiana in the house. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and sales are well.
Our sales are off the chain.
You guys, if you watched the videos we put out, and this is another thing I wanted to talk about today. And of course, this is way beyond promoted listings. I don't know if you guys know, some people are kind of oblivious, and look, it's not something eBay's really advertised. Not a lot of channels out there talking about it, but eBay has this new beta program, offsite ads, and they had offered everyone through the end of this month. Most sellers at the end of this month. I don't know if you needed to have a store or not to be included in that offer, but they offered $100 ad spend that they would cover your first $100 in ad spend. And so we tried that out on my main account at $5, and we tried it out for the first 6 days of this month. And all I got were clicks and no sales. I'm like, you know what? This isn't it. This isn't for me. I turned it off, and I think I spent $5 out of the 100. And I went in and set the secondary account just for giggles, went in there and just set it up and said, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. So fast forward, I'm like, you know what? I'm not expecting any sales the last 2 weeks of the year. The last 10 days, let me go ahead and set up whatever I have left. I think $95. Let me go ahead and do $9.50 from the 22nd through the 31st. There's a setting on there you can do. And the idea is that offsite ads, they push further, they push it harder onto other search engines and other sites off of eBay, and they are advertising items within your store. I don't know how to select certain items, but the idea was, who cares? It wasn't costing me anything. I wasn't expecting sales anyway around Christmas or after Christmas. And guess what, guys? Sales are off the chain. And a lot of people are saying maybe it has nothing to do with the offsite ads. I mean, I'm showing There's 12 sales, and I mean, you guys saw the post, the community post, or the video, and it's saying, hey, these people weren't on eBay. These people were directed to your item from the advertising that we did, and here's the money that you received. So the $95, and we're not done yet. We still have a few days. Sales aren't so hot today, as compared to yesterday. 1144, $1,144.
You know what? It's on Thursdays.
Yeah.
We get most of our sales are on
a lot of the big days.
A lot of them.
But
sorry.
So it could be that. It could be people are using their eBay gift cards. But again, there's 12 sales for almost $1,000 over the last week that were driven into eBay and not from somebody already on the site. Now, some people might say, well, what do you think about the idea that those items would have sold anyway? Maybe, but I can tell you some of these items were items that have been sitting in my store for a good month or two. So my formula for doing well on eBay is, even if it means taking a little less for an item, let's move it, because I want to take that money and invest it in other items and churn it. So I'm into my third or fourth item off of that first sale, while others are still waiting for that first sale to happen because they're waiting for a certain price point. And it works for me, and I think I'm going to continue. I think I made a video about that like earlier this year, talking about churning. And who cares? You're making 10x, you're waiting for 20x. Let's take the 10x on your investment and boom, move it into something that's going to sell faster. We got Scott, Bearded Picker, has the popcorn ready for the show. And after this live, guys, I want you to shoot.
Wasn't very exciting now, was it?
Yeah, but the excitement's not yet. It's going to be on Beard's channel because I try to have a filter in what I am thinking. And I think I do that fairly well. Scott doesn't. And
that's why I love him.
And he will let you know what he's really thinking. And I'm sure he's going to have some thoughts about the topic I discussed.
And I have to say, Scott, thank you on Tom's live yesterday morning.
Yeah, Tom's live. That's Queen City Picker. He had a live about 25 minutes into it. Beard rolled in, and yeah, thanks for the support, buddy, on that. I appreciate the words. Maya says, Jovial, I haven't had that for returns, but did have some people immediately cancel after buying because of that. A buyer in Korea bought Levi's skinny jeans, and he didn't realize they were women's.
Wow.
Oh, wow. But, that's just it. Buyers make mistakes, but why does it always seem like it's the seller's fault?
Yeah.
Jovial says, I do realize it's part of doing business, but sometimes you just got to shake your head at some people. At least they make me feel smart for a minute or two.
Yes.
Ain't that the truth?
I agree.
And then Patricia says, it doesn't help that when I search for women's LL Bean down jacket, men show up in the top 20 results.
Yeah.
Let's hope that gets fixed, right? eBay, they came out, representative for eBay came out a few weeks ago and said, look, they know that's a problem, and their intention is to fix it. Whether it happens or not, I just can't say, but at least they've acknowledged it. That's the first step. If they, were silent on the issue, kind of worry, right? Because they maybe have that mindset. It's part of it's the language that programmers talk. It's working as designed, as they'd say. Even though I had this issue at my last job. They developed a new program. It broke other things, and we were trying to tell them how it was breaking other things, and they'd come back, well, it's working as designed. And it's just this out of touch mindset that eBay tends to have. Let's hope this time, when it comes to the search engine, the issues that we've been having in 2023 will be fixed, and smooth sailing in 2024. Maya says, I didn't sell much on eBay the month of December, which is fine because I would have probably ended up with a bunch of returns. Thankfully. And, this is the time of year where you're going to get more returns than, in theory, than the rest of the year, because people are giving those gifts and saying, oh, Aunt Thelma, it doesn't fit you. Sorry, let me just go ahead and return it. Right. I'll get you something else. So I've been waiting for returns. I don't want returns, but I know that for many sellers, it's inevitable, because if you're selling Christmas gifts, not everyone's going to be happy with the item they get. And they're usually the recourse is, let's just return the item. when I shop, this is Maya says, when I shop for myself and filter by size, the search still shows me the other sizes, so I can see how people could make that mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
That
blaming.
happens to me too.
I'm not blaming buyers. Buyers, I get, doesn't fit all the time on certain items,
Yeah.
and people own up to it. They pay the shipping, they return it. One person, I had a return that I dealt with the other day where they bought a brand new inbox. It was a router. It was a Netgear router that was specifically designed for Xfinity and I think Comcast, and it says it right on the front. They bought it from me. They paid shipping, and they opened a return, and they put doesn't fit for the reason. And they stated, well, even though the package says it's for Xfinity, it didn't work for me. Well, there's nothing wrong with the modem. It's brand new, was in sealed package. They sent it back. I give them a full refund, even though they changed the condition by opening it, because I realized, look, they paid for the shipping each way, and I'm not going to sock it to them, but it's just a part of doing business, and um, it's not always going to work out.
Yeah.
Maya says, some other people were arguing with me on comment sections that showing other sizes is okay because people could wear multiple sizes. I was like, no, if I filter by size, it's for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, if you filter it. So look, I want a large sweater. That is my main search. So you get all kinds of gobbledygook, right? So now you use the filter down the left side. And if you specifically show that I want a large sweater and it's still giving you different sizes, yeah, that's a problem. And Josh and I were doing an experiment. So I just typed in some random whatever, like Nike polo shirt or something, and it showed me, like, let's say 1,000 items in the best match search. So I went in and I sorted it by lowest price plus shipping, and it gave me 200 items. And then I went in and sorted it by highest plus shipping. I mean, no buyer wants to do that, but it gave me double the items, like 2,000 items, double the items from the original search. It just didn't make any sense. So it's very broken. I get it. But the other side of that coin that I think a lot of people don't want to look at is there's still sales being made on the platform. So buyers are still able to find what they're looking for. Some are being pushed away. I get it, because they can't find it, but others are either persevering, playing with the filter, trying other search terms, and or they're able to find the item they're looking for within the search terms that they're, or the search results that they're given.
I know, but how many times, just to imagine how many people would get more sales if the search was accurate.
I agree. I mean, we're having a great year. We had a great year.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if, instead of 100, I think we're going to trend at $130,000 on this main account in sales. If it could have been 150, could have been 160. You talk about buyers leaving the platform, and you wonder, well, you know what? If I'm a buyer and every time I try to use eBay, I get nothing that I'm looking for, at what point do you say, you know what, I'm out? I'm not coming back. I'll go somewhere else and find my item. Yeah. And I think,
because I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, if I don't get what I'm looking for in the search on a specific website, I will move on faster than you can blink. I mean, I want what I want when I want it, and that's it. I mean, if I have to go to another website, I will.
Right. But you would think that, eBay knows that they're losing buyers. So the BBE, they're making it harder for international sellers to sell on US eBay.com. And it's being more punitive, and only the best are going to survive because buyers are leaving the platform due to bad experiences. Well, a bad experience in searching for the item has probably led eBay to acknowledging the problem and really scrambling to make a fix. Hopefully early 2024 is what they're talking about. And fixing this problem will maybe stop the leak of all these buyers leaving the platform. I know for a fact that eBay knows this is a huge problem, and maybe they'll never fix it. But the idea that they've acknowledged it tells me something.
Since we're going into 2024 with positivity, we are just going to keep our fingers crossed that they are working on it, and hopefully they don't break something else in the meantime.
Right.
But things are moving forward, and I think eBay has to at some point acknowledge the fact that there's something wrong.
Exactly.
And if they haven't already, they most certainly are probably going to hopefully get their act together for 2024.
And thank you, Sylvia.
Sylvia,
I hope everything's
my
going.
love.
Hope everything's going great for you.
Yeah.
I know you're not selling anymore, but thank you for coming back and hanging out with us and being part of the program. So thank you, and I hope you've had a great
I hope
holiday.
all is well with you and the hubby.
Yeah. And I tend to get way behind, so I apologize, guys. Darth Thrifter, thanks for hanging out. I see you around on a lot of chats, and but you're very active on this channel, so hey, thank you for that.
We appreciate you.
Our favorite
hand model.
Yeah, hand model with 2 first names. Larry Todd says, I have my whiskey ready for the chat. And we got
Diet Coke?
Grams and Pops. Hey, everyone, listening tonight.
Hi,
so thank you.
Probably Corey.
And we have to get some things done this weekend. I mean, look, I can only blame myself. I mean, I guess I could say, look, it's eBay's fault. They handed us all, I mean, in a good way, they handed us all these sales that we have to ship, which is taken, more time out of our day. But that's a good problem to have. I think a problem a lot of people
that problem over 2022's problems.
Yeah, but we're still trying to transition that second store and going through, and I'm starting to fill a tub of things that are just going to the yard. It's already started.
It's already started, but I think John will tell me, okay, we're going to do it in 15 minutes. So I wait 15 minutes, but he doesn't ever come back, and he's off doing something else. So it's, another 20 minutes and another here.
Yeah, that happened.
We'll do it after dinner. We'll do it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always something that is interrupting the flow of what we're trying to get done. So this, I have my household duties that I like to get done on Saturdays, but I certainly want to get out in the garage and get that done.
It will be. I'm going to have to probably be kind of back and forth on Beards Live today, tonight after this one, because we really got to get a jump on that. Mm-hmm. Richard says, happy 2024 J&J. Question. Now, I'm going to say before you ask this question that I'm not a CPA, but I will try to answer it. If I buy a Chromebook this weekend strictly for my eBay business, can I write it off on my 2023 taxes? Yes. Each and everything that you buy that is business related. Now, if it's a shared thing, let's say I use this for business and personal, that's kind of, but if it's strictly for business, you can put it in your expenses when you're doing your taxes. Okay. And there's a series of things you gather all your expenses, you gather all your, your earnings, and you go in, and I use TurboTax. It does a lot of it for me. You just plug it all in and it works. But save your receipt, keep all your receipts, and as long as it's business purchase, then go for it. Yes. Yeah.
We need to do that before.
Maya says, Jovial, I thought SEO usually wanted the brand first, but if I sell an item with a flaw, I put flaw or read at the beginning of the title because I don't have time for those returns. I will do it. I will put read at the end because I know that the first 5 words are really key. You want to
search part of it.
Yeah, you want to match up as closely as a prospective buyer is going to type in their search query. There's a number of times where I will copy and paste, and my item will pop right up. It'll be the only one that'll pop up because it matches exactly the terms that I search for. But buyers don't do that. You've got to look at your item, look at your listing, and think, what is a buyer going to type in? If I have, this brand, Hack Life, and I know that nobody knows what brand that is, I might throw it in the description, item description, but I'm not going to, in most cases, put it as in the first 5 words because it's just not going to come up. Buyers aren't going to be, they're going to be searching for a scanner, but they're not going to be searching for that brand. Joe Samard's with us. Thanks for being here with us today. I appreciate that. And then Jovial says, hi, Blakety Blake. Again, Blake, if you're watching, you got fans out there. So awesome.
Welcome.
Patricia says, Richard, yes. We got Sandra's in the house. Hi, all. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year to you. Ping G says, hello, John and Jenna and the chat. Thanks for being here, Ping.
Hi.
Ping's just consistent, always here. So thank you.
I love Ping.
Guide Guru says, I'll be clearing my store of low ASP in 2024, going with the John model.
That's right.
And that's just it. I have stuff in the other, the clearance store that it's kind of questionable. Don't know if I should just throw it in the bin and say, look, I'm doing well without it anyway. Get it out of here. That's got to be my mindset, right?
That has to be your mindset.
It is my mindset. But, I have, like, for instance, I have these these kitchen scales, and there's those small scales. And
we've had those.
We've had those for a while, but I think those were priced too high with the shipping and the price point we had them at. They're multi-quantity. I think we have 15 of them. Just just blow them out at a low price. And, either that, if they don't sell in a month, let's just throw them in the yard sale pile. That's kind of the mindset. We're going to give it a shot. Meg says, hey, all. Thanks for being here. Callie Debs says, hi, John, Jenna, and chat. Thanks for being here, Callie Debs.
Hello.
Christian's dad, 2011, says, sometimes I wonder why I even take the time to put measurements because it always doesn't fit. Yeah. I this year I've started buying certain brands like Nike at a size, Nike. All right. Some brands make
size out of size.
No.
What are you talking about?
Some brands are going to make their clothing to be a little more snug than others. And you got to know what brand you're buying and adjust accordingly. Because I think what's happening a lot of times, they buy these brands thinking they're an extra large when they really need to be a 2X. We got Sadistic says, hi, John and Jenna. I made it to the live finally. Yay. Can't wait to see what you have to say. Well, hey, thank you for being here. Definitely like the fact that you were able to drop in. So thank you. Let's see. Try to get through the side.
Thrifty Loon.
Where? Oh, yeah. Thrifty Loon says, hey, FAA team. Thanks for being here. David's with us. David Pentland says, hi, John and Jenna, and hi to all. And of course, Duncan VR across the pond says, hi, John and Jay. Good to see you. Hope you both have good New Year's celebrations. We're just going to hang out.
I have a plan.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
We're going to do kind of like a appetizer bar, like bar food type stuff, like appetizers, and then just watch movies, because I never get to take this man away from the business. So if I can use food to pull him away, then I'm hoping he will take that time and because 2024 is going to be epic. We're going to make it epic. Yeah. We're going in on, the volume up high, and if we have to listen to his music all year, then that's what we'll do. But, going in from 2022 to 2023, we did exceptionally well. And I know that we're only going to do better and be bigger.
Yep.
And so that's the plan, is I'm going to pull him away for Sunday night, and then come Monday, it's full force.
Guys, I want you guys to be optimistic going into 2024. I've said many times to anyone to listen that I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, but at some point it's going to get better. And, do everything you can within your ability to take all the excuses out of play and give it your best. Give it your honest best shot and make this thing work.
We're going to make 2024 a banger.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, join me in that mindset.
I want to get a t-shirt.
A collective mindset just to make it work, guys. Be determined in 2024, and you will see the dividends pay off. I promise. Yeah. Keena says, hi, everyone. Thanks for being here, Keena. We have Henri Squaw says, hi, everyone. And then Flip It Good says, good evening. Thank you for being here.
Hi.
And then hit that like button, guys. You get that sale within the next 24 hours.
That's right.
Or you get your money back from the money that I had you spend to hit that like button.
The sale is good for within 24 hours.
Yes. Not right away necessarily.
Have to be right during the live.
Alexandra Goncalves, I think I'm saying that totally wrong.
Goncalves
says, hello, the boss of eBay. I guess you're the boss of eBay, because it ain't me.
It ain't me.
But thank you for being
here. If I was the boss of eBay, there would be a whole revamp.
Yeah. I want to do a little skit where I'm Jamie Iannone and I'm getting like all these calls from people. It's Maybe I'll do one, but it's
Don't give it
ridiculous.
away.
I'm not going to give it away.
He said it last night, and I'm just like, oh my god,
You're ridiculous.
You're
That's
so ridiculous.
Tina says, good grief, people be crazy. They just need
Yes.
to move on and not promote and leave others alone. Yeah.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, if you want to live in the I don't promote land, see that the thought is, look, if we can get everyone not to promote, then eBay will change their mind.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening because, see, guess what? You see all these people, a sea of people watching these videos, but for every person that's watching these videos, there's another person that has no clue that there's such a thing as the eBay genre on YouTube. So they don't watch it. They don't have any, they're on eBay Island, their own eBay Island, and they do the best they can. They come across promoted listings. Let me give it a try. It works for them. They're happy to do it. Some hate it. Some want to bash eBay. I understand why people feel that way. But the strong arm, the idea that, I think that they've said this, that my ideas are dangerous. They're dangerous. They are dangerous. It's almost like the mindset is you are not smart enough to run your own business. And if you watch this video saying you should promote, it's working for me, and you do it, it's in danger. You're in danger. I'm endangering your business.
Yeah.
And it's that mindset.
The only business that's they're endangering is themselves.
Well, no, not even that. It's just, you know, if you are not going to pay to play, because that's what they label me, as a pay to player, that's up to you. But I'm done stepping over $1 to pick up a quarter. I am, if like I was talking to Archie today on the phone, if, for instance, I have this $100 item and I really know that it's sold for $100 recently, and I'm into it for 10, and someone, and it's been sitting on in my store for a month already, and someone comes to me and offers me 60. You know what? I'm going to take it. Where some are just going to wait for that unicorn buyer to finally come along. Yeah, it'll probably sell at some point, but I'm going to take that $60, reinvest it into 4 or 5 more similar items, and then I'm going to flip some of those, reinvest that money into a few more items, and it compounds itself to where you finally sell that $100 item, and I've made now about $300 or $400 from moving that initial item, because giving me more capital to invest in other things. Mm-hmm. And I think people are short-sighted when it comes to that, and they feel like, well, you know what? I think a lot of it is they don't source well. They're into the item for too much. They spend too much on it. They don't have room to do markdown sales, the coupons, and promote properly. And they really don't like it that other people are having success with it, and they get nasty, and it's unfortunate. Let's see. Keena said this country gets crazier and crazier every day. I don't know what more to think.
Ain't that the truth? And
then Sammy says, I'm sorry, people take things so personally. If they don't agree, they should just go. I guess they are not stable emotionally. It's sad. Look, there's so many channels on this platform, and I ain't saying the way I do it is the only way to do it. If you don't promote and you're making it work, by all means, continue down that path. But I'm only offering you an insight to what I do. And that's the great thing about a lot of these channels. You know, you see, oh, this person's doing this. Well, maybe the thing that you're selling isn't going to work for your type of you know, situation. Maybe I'm promoting, it works for me. You're going to try to promote that item. It's not going to work so well for you, but you'll never know until you give it a try. Right. Darth says, people think they're more important than they really are. And even if everyone on eBay stopped promoting, it would be a drop in the bucket. Yes. Right. If everyone on YouTube stopped promoting on eBay, it would still be, eBay wouldn't even notice it. Mm-hmm. Midwest Picker says, good afternoon, peeps. Thanks for being here. Hey. And then Ed's with us, says, hello, John and Jenna. Don't get discouraged about these jerks, man. Keep doing your thing. These people are miserable, and you know what misery loves. Yes. That's right. And unfortunately, they've garnered some company, and it's just they stir it.
Company that I knew was there.
They get riled up, right? And then you kind of get like, who am I dealing with here? And you start finding out things about people, and you're going, wow.
Google's a wonderful tool to find out who people really are.
But, you know, we're not going to go there, but it's just, here's my only takeaway from this whole thing. If you're an impressionable person, you're looking for channels and stuff, if the person you're following almost every time you see them on YouTube is complaining about this eBay, that sales, that this sucks, do you really want to surround yourself with that? You want to surround yourself with someone that might say, you know what, there's a problem here. eBay has its problems, but I made money. Here's how I did it. And it's called identifying the problems and let's come up with solutions. Because I think a lot of these folks want to complain about stuff, but I haven't heard yet a solution as to how to navigate around these problems. Just it's problem. It's have you ever worked with a person that all they did was complain? All they did was complain. And those people generally aren't all that successful. At least the people that I've encountered in the 26 years I worked at my last job, those people rarely got promotions, rarely stuck around. They usually ended up leaving the company. So just understand, focus, and you know, you're not going to ever meet all of us, you know, those of you watching. I think some of you guys that watch these channels, but this is as close as you are probably to meeting many of us. But surround yourself with people that you can identify with, that you want to have the same sort of mindset, if that makes sense.
That bring positivity, that bring motivation,
yes,
that bring success. People, you can't surround yourself with so much negativity and just, you know, oh, boo-hoo this, boo-hoo that. You're going to live a very miserable life, and nobody wants that. We don't want that for you. We want everybody to succeed. I don't care who you are. You could be the troll in the chat. I don't want you to fail.
Yeah.
We don't want you to fail. We just want to be able to build a community and surround ourselves with like-minded people.
I just enjoy being part of the conversation. And, you know, like Ed here, Ed has a great channel. Go check him out. He is very business focused, and you know what? I'm willing to bet he uses promoted listings and he is making it work. Maybe not at the same level of promotion that I'm using, but I rarely hear him complaining about 1,000 things. He's like, look, this is how it is. This is how I see it. And you know what? He's finding solutions. And that's exactly what your mindset needs to be. Not eBay is flipping ain't easy, guys. Flipping ain't easy. And it's because there's going to be obstacles in your way. And the most successful people in this business are going to figure out, how can I get around this and make it work? And Ed's one of those folks that does that. So thanks for being here. Midwest Picker says, smash the likes. 1 like equals 1 sale. Thank you. And then Darth says, why do people care what I do in my business if I promote or not?
Hey, that's the question I ask probably 5 times a day.
But here's the thing. They see me as being a danger. My information is dangerous because other people are being impressioned by, or I'm making an impression on people who would side with the no promote train. And you know, it's
because they're going to build a union and do all these things.
Well, but that
are just unrealistic,
right? But that's just it. So in answering your question, because we're getting past all this, you know, I'm not going to not giving these people any more attention at all, because it's just not worth it. Unless something major happens, you won't hear that from me. This thing to me. But in answering your question, that's kind of what it is. It's an us versus them instead. So they think that I'm on team eBay carrying water for eBay. And because of that, they see me as part of the problem. And I'm making money, guys. If that's part of the problem, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yep.
Let's see. Beard says, I need an Adderall addiction. My ADHD is out of control. You know, the only addiction I have is every time I get on this show, I throw a little of this in my water because I need a little mental energy. Yeah. And if that makes me strung out.
We didn't have to go to a guy on the corner behind the building and, you know, through a tunnel. We didn't have to go there. We went to the store and we bought it.
Guy goes, yeah, because everyone knows the best way to use cocaine is through a tumbler.
Right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
They just have that great formula.
So absurd.
But it is what it is. Lilac Stellar, with the folks I follow, I definitely don't agree with everything every person says, but I respect that everyone has different business models and results. Haters need to grow up and find a new hobby. Yes.
I agree.
Yes. It is just amazing the level of like time these people put into the diatribes that they put in.
If they put the kind of time that they put into these diatribes in the comments, in the videos and the emails and the text messages and all that, they might actually make some money.
Sawtooth Outpost says, wow, the stuff you guys got to deal with. I've been wanting to start a channel, not reselling, but off-grid living related, but I don't know. Sheesh. I think part of my problem is I just don't take it and I defend myself. And because I defend myself, you know, they said I came in with barrels blazing, guns a-blazing at Primo's live. And it wasn't guns a-blazing. It was like, wow. And it was lines upon lines upon lines of defamatory stuff. And it's like, wow, I can't believe you guys are sitting in here, you know, and this is all you guys have to say. And it was just pretty sad.
They act like we don't see other channels or chats.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cut that out. I mean, I'm going to go with the trusted folks, you know, the folks that I trust and watch their content. And you know, I'll give people a chance. We're gonna still promote smaller channels. And
you know who I wanted to shout out?
Yeah, she's been talking to me about this channel. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
I just need to say, what did I find it?
Well, while she's looking, you got it?
Okay, I've got it. So his name is Josh from Resell. Okay, I have to say that, you know, he's on point. I really related to what he had to say. Some of the, you know, the information that he was giving on his channel. I don't remember how I got to this channel.
I think J-Ride.
Oh, J-Ride may have mentioned him this morning when he was on his live. But Bama, Jaybird, Resell, 3 different words. But that you guys got to go follow him. He's got great information. Yeah. And he seems to be a really good guy.
So we're going to continue the through 2024, bringing on channels that are, you know, I consider smaller channels because you know, I think my channel is still kind of small, but you know, channels that are really giving it a good shot, putting out good information, and just doing what we can to kind of give back. And then on the Power Hour podcast, we're going to try to bring in some good names. We got a good one lined up here at the beginning of January, so keep an eye out for that. They got Sammy Hall says, some just want a reaction. Seriously, that's if you don't agree, you can still talk without calling people names. I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't make me an idiot that I have an opinion. It just doesn't. Yeah. You know, what I'm selling, it works. If it wasn't working, I wouldn't keep doing it. Now, I guess I would be an idiot if I was just feeding the beast and like wondering, like, I can't sell anything, but I'm at 10 to 15% promoted listings. Well, you know, it's not the promoted, it's what you're selling. You know, I think there's a lot of people that get offended because I say that it's what you're selling, but that's just the truth. And I ask this question all the time, Kina, why do they watch?
We wonder a lot.
Because I think sometimes people need something. They need a villain. They need a villain. They need a villain
to blame.
They need a villain to just sort of give fire to their purpose, you know. And I guess I'm the one on the dartboard. Yes, I have, David. I have. And then Sawtooth says, thanks for everything you do, powering through the BS. Yes, I look at this like the problems on eBay. It's an issue, and I will continue to talk about the problems on eBay. I am not going to talk about the problems on YouTube anymore because it's old. People don't want to hear it. They want to talk about the problems on eBay. But I'm going to try to offer a solution when we talk about the problems on eBay, because if you just allow eBay to bring you down, you're not going to be motivated to want to sell. You're not going to want to be motivated to list all the stuff in your closet or garage or whatever it is. You're going to be kind of bummed out about the whole process. And for some, you're going to quit because of all the negativity. So I want to be the one that says, look, here's a problem, but here's how we're going to get through it. And Beer says, "This is why I tuned in, LOL." Duncan says, "They hate the channel so much they should not be watching and mind their own business. Just block them and stick with your regular nice followers."
That's
like me.
exactly what we did and what we're doing.
Yeah, you guys are awesome though. All of you are awesome. So thank you for being here. 171. So that's pretty awesome. That still stuck around despite my little diatribe at the beginning. But and again, I apologize for all that, but I just had to get it off my chest. Keena says, "Holy cow, I can't believe your guys are going through this over eBay. It's ridiculous."
It is.
Christian's dad says, "Sorry you have to deal with that garbage. It just like you say, people say crazy stuff online that they wouldn't dare say to someone in person. Don't understand why anyone would have an issue with you." But by the fact that I said that, it was a threat. Apparently, it was a threat. That's what that was what they hung on onto, and even one made a video saying, "Well, what are you going to do? Hit me?" That's not what I said. I mean, you're taking it way out of context.
Yeah.
Samantha says, "Good Lord, just tuning in to what is going on. Good New Year 2024, John and Jenna." Well, thank you, Samantha, for being here. Think it's awesome that you chimed in. I really love seeing these some of the names. Maybe you've dropped in before, but love to see you guys be more frequent. Come on and hang out with us more often. One question. This is from Alexandra. Says, "John, sales are down right now. It's because of the new year." I thought sales were going pretty well. Generally, in the past, over it's now what we're going on our 5th year. Actually, we've been doing this for 5 years now.
5.
This time of year is when I can kind of relax, take stock of things that are going on, because I know that sales just aren't going to be so great generally. But I was selling a lot of the things that people were buying for Christmas. Now I'm selling more things that people need regardless of the time of year. Sold a couple toilet seats again. I mean, look, people got to go when they got to go. It has nothing to do with Christmas. So a lot of it depends on what you're selling.
They just need to go a little more often during Christmas.
But generally, even that other stuff, things tend to kind of get back on track at the beginning of the year. And January has been, to me, historically better than December.
Yeah.
Maya says, "Hey, John / Josh, here's my opinion. I appreciate all the videos about the promoted listings, but maybe some videos on other subjects would be appreciated." And we have done that. In fact, I know that there's folks that were saying, "Look, enough with the promoted listings," because we did like a couple podcasts kind of back to back talking about promoted listings. And we did kind of get away from that. We heard the comments. We appreciate the fact that, it can kind of be like the same, beating the same drum over and over again. And we've really, I don't think we've come out with a podcast that was really focused on promoted listings in quite a hot minute. Keena says,
also too, because you scrapped Wednesday, there really wasn't anything else. So I agree with you, Maya. I actually said that to John, is can we move? Move on.
But I gotta say, the promoted listings conversation is very relevant to most sellers.
And I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we could switch it up a little throughout, every other video.
Yep. And then Keena says, "I don't even know who Josh is. I'm going to check him out." Check out Josh Galt. GALT is the last name of it's not his real name, but that's what he uses for the channel. And go check him out. He actually has a really good weekday, I think 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern show that he does for an hour. He takes out of his day to talk just eBay business. And that thing was really hot for a while. And all this drama pushed him away for December. It's like, look, I got a lot going on and it's just too much for me.
It's stressful, guys. When you're doing this day in and day out, and then you've got to deal with these petty bullies.
We get it. But that's what he was going through.
That's what it gets you riled up, and you have to take time to step away and regroup and focus on what's important.
And we had conversations, and I said, "Look, Josh, you're doing great on that space. Go back to it at the beginning of the year." And he is. So from what I understand, he's next week.
I need him in the morning. He's my motivation, and the people in the chat. I might not comment very often in his chat because I'm wrestling boxes.
Yeah. So Tuesday, look for him to start it back up. I'm kind of speaking for Josh, but I
There
think
you go, Josh. You're back at it Tuesday.
Yep. He's back at it. So I totally screwed up his plans. Maybe he had plans to do something on Tuesday, but I just obligated him for an episode. Maya says, I for one have pretty much decided that I'm doing with promoted listings, and have a lot of people. I think I miss when FAE had videos about customer service and other subjects. It's happening. It's going to happen. We're going to be talking about things, and I think I had some stuff that I've put out, regarding other things other than promoted listings. But thank you for that feedback, and I certainly will keep that in mind going forward. Sammy says, hugs for everyone. I cannot stand bullies. All of you are so nice in this chat, and so are John and Jenna. Well, thank you, Sammy. Appreciate that. Duncan got 9 bottles of aftershave for Christmas.
Wow.
Well, it looks like you're not growing a beard anytime soon.
I guess you're going to keep it clean shaven for the winter.
We've got John Mazda says, John, I used to be in car sales management for Mazda, or is that just your last? That's interesting. I don't know if that's your last name, or maybe that has to do with the company, but I used to be in car sales management, and now, now until March, it's a slow grind. Does this carry over to reselling? March, the rebate checks start coming out and it picks up again. Actually, yeah, that does play a factor. People get their refunds, early in the year through like May, after they are forced to file in April, but people will file like right away if they know they have a refund coming. But generally, like the first week of January, it just starts picking up again. Generally, the summertime is when things start to slow down, because people are out and about doing things and not really focused on, they're not home, they're not stuck because of weather inside. And sometimes, like for instance, at Christmas, guess what? I got an Amazon gift card, and we're at her sister's house, kind of bored. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to fire this thing up and see what I can buy myself for Christmas. And because there wasn't a whole lot going on outside, it just, let's do it out of boredom maybe. And I think I'm not the only one that feels that way.
And my bad, I just realized Guide Guru pointed out the fact that it's summer in Australia, and so it's not winter. So the shaving, keep it clean, Duncan. Keep it clean.
Maya says, you guys have been talking about poor customer service from eBay sellers, and John, you have customer service experience which people could learn from. Yeah, we do talk about that. And, I don't want to beat that dead horse either. I do have customer service experience, but I think it's I didn't get a whole lot of good feedback from that. It was like, okay, what's the next subject? So if you think that's something,
it's gotta be, I mean, John takes your guys' suggestions and he tries to make subjects about them, or
videos about them.
Yeah. But sometimes there's not enough content to be able to put it in a video. Yeah. I guess you could put some things.
Yeah. There's lots of things that we can do.
2024 is going to be, like I said, it's going to be an epic year, but it's going to be a year of growth, not only just for our eBay store, but also for our channel, is what we're praying for.
So Sawtooth says, I don't comment very much in the lives, but I'm here in the background 95% of the time, just enjoying everyone's company while I list. I look forward to Monday and Friday's lives and will for 24. Well, thank you. Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Beard says, I hit the like button. I would like my sale now. Thanks in advance.
Here you go.
We got Sonny. Sonny's with us. Thanks for being here, buddy. He reached out today, and I think we're going to have to do lunch next week with everything going on. So let's make that happen.
Catch us on a day that we're always either going to be live or we're leaving out of town or something. But yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's see. Grams and Pops, I believe that might be Corey, says, is that a Howie Long photo in the background? It's a Howie Long signed photo I picked up at a yard sale, picked up for $5, framed and everything. And underneath that is a Howie Long signed helmet. So I thought, what perfect. I mean, it could have been any other player, but it was Howie Long. So I had to pick it up.
Yeah, and that's another thing I want to work on this weekend is this backdrop.
Yeah.
It's not it. it's really not. It's too
Busy?
busy.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna work on doing something.
Yeah. We got Ruben in the house. Ruben Almanza says, I sold my highest price item yesterday. Hope next year is better than this one. Yeah, for a lot of people, let's do that. And then Shane's with us. Says, I'm here. Everyone calm down. Yes.
Shane.
Relax. Relax.
Everybody just calm down. Shane's in the house.
Bearded Picker says, reading 12 business books in 2024. I want to continue to develop as a small business owner, entrepreneur. Yes. I do want to start with the book. What the heck? I had it written down here. You're not going to ever find it on this mess. So it's a book that Beard had talked about, something about profit. I'm sure he'll put it in the chat. It's not there. It's gone. No, it's not there.
Book.
No, that's something different. So if I come across it, I'll share it with you.
You think that we might? Well, I'm not going to split it up. I'm going to
share my stuff.
I mean, honestly, we need some paper up in the house, some notepads.
Kelly Deb says, I'm unloading the anchors in my store. I'm renewing my listings, taking new photos, and putting an expiration date on those listings as to when to dump them if they don't sell. That's a very good idea.
Great idea.
That's a very good idea.
Great idea.
And Yard Sale Steel says, what's Josh's channel called? It's Josh Galt, Galt, 2 words, Josh Galt. Let's see. And he's also on the eBay Power Hour podcast. We're dropping a banger episode tomorrow. Really good discussion about 2023 and our thoughts about 2024. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. Dave Philman says, Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, Dave. Thank you. Same to you. Game's Not Over says, I got returned that gift. Didn't arrive in time for Christmas. They waited until Monday to order. That's horrible. It's on them, right?
Yeah.
Because eBay will say, here's the range of dates that this item could arrive. Unfortunately, Christmas was probably within the beginning part of that range, and they may have gotten their hopes up.
Yeah.
And here's the link in the chat at the Josh Galt.
Yep.
And then, of course, here is Josh Galt listening while getting groceries.
He's at the store.
Dave Harrington, he's probably back from the store by now. Yeah. Dave says, let's see if this works tonight. I'll hit the like button. Sale, please. Yes.
That's right. We wish it on you.
Hustleman says, hello, everyone. What's your thoughts on companies moving away from free returns? I think that they're losing their butt from free returns. And okay, in better times, I think these companies just look at that as a cost of doing business. But now as sales diminish, they've got to find ways to tighten the purse strings. And this is just one way. And people have, and they have been abusing the return process like an Amazon for quite some time. I can tell you this because when buying Amazon pallets, you get things where people will say the item is damaged or broken, right? And you get it and it's pristine. There's nothing wrong with the item. So yeah, it's been happening for a long time. Now, the fact that people are moving away from free returns means that there's going to be fewer, in my opinion, fewer and fewer returns up in liquidation. And it's going to be harder and harder to get liquidation goods because people are going to be like, nah, I'm not going to pay the return shipping to ship this. I'll just keep it. Biscuit Butt, what's up, FAE fam? And go check out his channel. Thanks for being here, Archie. Duncan says, I'm not spending money on offsite ads when eBay don't even know what audience your ads are targeting. No point in trying to sell ephemera to someone looking for a toilet seat. I agree. And that's why the video that I came out with yesterday was simply, this is happening. Is this why I made a lot of sales, guys? I didn't really form a conclusion. I made some observations, what I thought maybe was going on. But that's why I opened it. If you haven't watched the video, go check it out. But I thought it was just interesting. Even I went back today. I forgot that the secondary clearance store, that we had 12 sales due to offsite ads on that using the $5. So I don't know what to think. Someone made a point. Hey, look, in business, if you see something working, keep doing it until it doesn't work. So I just don't know. I really don't know what to think of the limited success that I've seen with offsite ads on eBay's dime. And I'm not quite sure I want to invest my own dime to keep that going. Sammy says, now who got repeat sales? I had someone buy a pair of leather gloves, then after Christmas bought some more. Well, there you go.
Awesome.
That means that you delivered on the product.
Yeah.
They're happy with that, and the product itself was what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Kelly Surf Dude says, a lot of people get paid on Thursdays and Fridays.
Yeah.
True. David says, I have been throwing out a lot of limited edition footballs. I hadn't realized they were flat because they were in lost luggage for 6 months. I bought a football pump today. Yeah, get those out. Wow. People want those things. Keena says, I have a total gym I want to sell, but it would cost a lot for shipping. Can you guys guide me as to freight shipping or something not so expensive? Like FedEx. I know I have a FedEx account. I get discounted rates. My first thing would be to go to FedEx freight, but
what about Facebook Marketplace?
There is. Facebook Marketplace would be the way I'd go.
That's the way I would go.
Yeah, and I don't recall. There's a freight broker that we used to use all the time, and I just don't know the name off the top of my head. But it's going to be, it's going to be very expensive. So yeah, try to sell it local if you can.
Or if you can part it out. What if you were to part it out and
for gym equipment?
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that.
I would go Marketplace as the first place to go and get rid of it in a whole locally.
Guy Grew says, offsite ads recommended me spend $13 a day. I did something similar to the last few days of my credit of $10, and it did seem that it increased my offsite sales, but destroyed my ROAS. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, ROAS is the return on ad spend. We call it raw ass, but I don't want to curse at all. But it's really just an indicator of how much you've put into promoting your item, into how much you actually are making. That's total sale, taxes, shipping, and all that. Not making, but selling it for. And it's not a metric I pay a whole lot of attention to. Let's see. Duncan says, repeat buyers on my sales and higher prices is working for me. Yes. Repeat buyers is definitely something you should strive for. But if you're not selling, like say within a niche, it's a little bit more difficult to get repeat buyers, because for me, I'm not always selling the same thing that they're looking for. Beard says, I'm keeping free returns, but killing free shipping. Free shipping, I don't think is a good thing. Free returns for me, if you're selling things under 3 pounds, and you're using the ground advantage thing, then yeah, I can see you doing that. And I've done that. And maybe it's something that I do for the smaller items, but those larger items, man, spending $20, $30 for a return label just because the toilet seat didn't fit. Well, that's a size of your butt thing, not anything to do with the toilet seat. Brenda says, revamping my store for 2024. Anything that has been sitting for more than 2 months gets deleted and donated. I'll continue to be a part-time seller. There you go. But you have a plan.
But that's what I was going to say.
No, sorry for taking that out of yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't have a plan. They don't have a vision. They just do it. And I think that's why they're like, why did I fall short? Because they didn't have a plan. So if you have a plan to do a certain thing, that gives you something to drive for. In your case, you don't have a whole lot of expectations because you're just doing it part-time. You're in the 3 groups. You're in the 1 group, I think, where
the groups you made up.
Yeah, the groups I made up. Of course, everyone's like, "Oh, you made that up." Yeah, I did. There ain't no book about this. I made it up. The 3 groups. I think the coolest group to be in is group 1, where you basically
You're doing this for fun,
for a hobby, for fun, for extra money, and it's not going to affect your livelihood if you have a bad month. And that's the coolest group to be in, as far as I'm concerned. Guy Greer says, eBay will fix search problems shortly after they finish fixing buy it now. At some point they gotta keep fixing, right? Let's see. Guy Greer says, yeah, I actually have been doing free 60-day returns, 60 for a few years. I'm below average on returns in pretty much all categories. Yeah, that is certainly something to look into. It's something that works for you that won't work for me. For the larger items, it's not something I'm going to even, because what'll happen is someone will buy something for seasonality, like a lawnmower, right? Maybe they buy at the end of summer, early fall, they're going to mow their lawn, but now, you know what, I don't want to store this thing for the winter in my garage. I'll just send it back and get my money. And I'm not all that interested in that. Mark Suddick says, I hope everyone had a great Christmas. I wish you all a very happy New Year's. Ring in the new year by getting a sale when you hit that like button. So everyone smash it now. Just hit it once. Don't need to smash it, but do hit it once. And I certainly appreciate every one of you for doing that. It does help the channel. It gets the word out to others that we have a pretty good community going on here. And you guys we're missing a few folks that we're used to seeing, but most of the folks, the regulars are here, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Biscuit Butt says, hey, Guide Guru, now how you been? I put in a corner because I was a bad boy, but I'm back now. Well, we won't go there. Archie and I are good friends. I think sometimes misunderstandings can happen, and when two adults decide to get together and just talk about it and say, oh yeah, well, I didn't realize that, and get past it, it's all good. Vet Junkies 06BB says, it's always for the buyer. I sold an item over a month ago, and eBay is holding funds for a shipped issue. So I contacted the buyer, and they said they got their item. Okay. Hopefully they released your funds, though, once you get confirmation of that. Andy says, I received a return today. Return to sender box not available. So yeah, just contact the buyer, give them an option of giving their email address, and you send an invoice for the new shipping label, or refund minus the original shipping. That's the way I would do it. Games Not Over says, I moved to paid flat shipping last year and have not had any decrease in sales, maybe even better sale than when I did free shipping. Yeah, you can do free shipping is one way. Calculated shipping is the next way. I like to add like $1 into my business policies. Sometimes, like maybe I'm off by £1. I finally go and ship it, and like, oh crap, go in there and it ups the price of the label a little bit, so I'm not getting nailed. But also, your supplies aren't free, so that extra $1, no one complains about. But the other thing you can do is, and I did this for a couple items that weren't selling because the boxes were just too large and the shipping was scaring a lot of the buyers away, was maybe putting together like a hybrid shipping policy, like you say, a flat rate. So I know that worst case, it's going across the country. I'm going to spend $80 to ship this. Who's that? Okay. I'm paying $80 to ship it, worst case scenario, or at least the buyer's being asked to. And best case is like 30. So I'll say, okay, maybe let's go 50. And that way, even if I'm paying 30 of that shipping, I have enough profit to offset that. So there's 3 real ways to make it work. Dave says, I always enjoy listening to your lives, and the FAE group puts me in the mind of office workers crowding around the water cooler chatting. As resellers, we can become isolated from groupthink. Guys, thank you guys. Well, yeah, that's eBay Island, though. If you don't have the other advice, maybe you're never going to get a useful piece of advice every time, but every once in a while, you're going to go, wow, I didn't even know about that. Or I can apply this to my business, and let's see if it works. And that's the good thing about, discussions like this, the eBay Power Hour. There's probably another handful of channels that I could talk about that do a great job at that. Patricia says, sellers do screw up, though, of course. Ordered 2-inch packing tape, received 3-inch. Ordered a vintage clock, arrived in pieces in totally inadequate packaging. Ordered a black floor lamp, got chrome. Yep, it does happen all the time. Let's see. Sylvia says, Happy New Year, everyone. And then we have Roman. I decided to start New Year's by having a photo of Todd's desk on my desk. No one design. There he is. Ken says, hey, John and Jenna, merry belated National Crackhead Day. Jenna, you look like a Southern Belle, and John, you look clean. Probably thanks to Jenna. Yeah, it's probably thanks to Jenna. She wouldn't have me if I didn't keep myself clean. So, but thank you for being here, and thanks for the kind words. Maya says, yeah, Jenna, a lot of the time I get hundreds of results on eBay of wrong sizes. I just go straight to Posh, Mercari, and thread up and find it. Yep, that's the way to do it. Roman says, Ken, I found a crackhead today and asked him to help me list, but he said that he only works for rich people. Yeah, you got to pay people, Roman, if you want people to work for you. Let's see. We got Kent Daigle in the house. Has lots to say there. Biscuit Butt says, Roman let me out of the basement after he realized that he can no longer claim me as a dependent for his taxes. John Gaynor says, hi, Jenna and John. I love the podcast with Grams and Pops Vintage. Every reseller should take the time to watch this. The must-see. Happy New Year. And I don't know if Corey's watching. I don't know, Corey, if you watched my video. I'd love to know what you think about what I'm seeing with this offsite ads. I had just did it for, it's the heck of it, to see what it's on eBay's dime. So see what's going to happen. And for me, I don't know. It led to one of my best sales day of the year, and it's intriguing. Let's see. Empty Nesting, aka Maria, says, hi, everyone. Well, thank you for being here, Maria. And then we have John Rad Relic says, hey, what's up, Archie? I love Shane's reaction to your, I don't know what CWP video is. You're a smart bro that took a lot. Commonwealth Picker. You're a smart bro that took a lot of thought to put together. So I have to check that out. Lilac Seller Meg says, for New Year's Eve, that's a brilliant plan, Jenna. A food bar would work on me.
Yes.
And we're gonna, maybe I'll break out the pork butt and make some pulled
pork sandwiches.
Yeah, that might work.
That would be yummy.
John Worldwide Weber says 2024 is coming in hot. Yep, it'll be here before you know it.
Yep.
And it's going to be a banger year. I like to think it's going to be.
Yes.
And then SCG Collectibles. Oh, wow. As soon as I clicked the like button, I heard a cha-ching, and it ended up being 2 sales on eBay. There you go. What? And our favorite squid is in the house, the disgruntled octopus. Morning, humans. Thanks for being here. Corey says, we're jumping into 2024 with the confidence of an 8-year-old boy in a Batman cape. It's going to be a great year.
That's right.
That's the way to look at it.
Yeah.
Samantha says, I'm with you, John and Jenna. I'm concentrating on eBay 2024 sales, and later for everything else, really want to succeed in this.
Absolutely.
And just know that you're going to get every bit of the effort, or the results are going to be every bit of the effort you put into it.
Mm-hmm.
So just know that, when we're having this discussion next year, how you do in 2024 is going to be every bit of the effort and the care you put into it, and not allowing things to maybe discourage you or to make you just say, I can't do it. That's the worst thing to say, is that you can't do it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Maya says, I just can't imagine sending someone a death threat over promoted listings. I can't say I'm surprised, because I've gotten them before from patients and family members over nothing. Yeah, it's just it's shallow think, as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. Saturday Thrift says, what's up? Hello. Well, hey, thank you for being here. Biscuit Bus says, totally agree. You can flip that $10 investment 6 times before some will wait to squeeze an extra $10 or $20.
Right.
Yes. And then Roman says, Josh Galt will move to the United States in 2024 to open Amazon warehouse.
Hey, Roman.
John says, Rad Relic says, I will send them a picture of my ball. Give me their address. Wow. We got kids watching, John. Bobby Marshall says, hey, John and Jenna, been listening since 7:30 a.m.
Wow.
Awesome. He's on his way somewhere, but take your word that you've been busting your butt. So good on you, and keep grinding.
Yeah.
John says, most people do what they do because it's easy. If you want to be like everyone else, do what's easy. If you want to do better, do what's hard.
That's right.
It's called getting uncomfortable.
Yes.
This eBay never promised us, even when the getting was good, they never promised us in their terms and condition that, hey guys, we're going to sell everything you throw our way. They never did. They never said it was going to be easy. And I knew this a long time ago, that flipping ain't easy. Let's see. Sunny, I stopped promoting for about 3 months. Hardly any sales. This morning, hit the promoted switch back on, and boom, sales coming in cents. Do what you want. Mind your own business. Yeah.
Just be a good human. That's all we want. Be kind. And I'm not to Sunny. Sunny's the nicest guy I've ever met.
Yeah. But Sunny's a genuine dude.
In life, just be kind. There's no reason for all this madness.
I can confirm, just being around Sunny, he's out here in Vegas, being around Sunny, that
most of the time he's in Vegas.
Well, yeah, when he decides to be in Vegas, that a genuine dude. He anybody that will stop what they're doing in the middle of conducting their own business to say, look, you have a need for 20 kids jackets for, you know, a charity, and you're out here picking up these jackets, and while I don't have any, I'm going to go around this flea market and I'm going to help you find those jackets. And he did. So good on him for that. And
he's an amazing man.
It's awesome that you know, he was able to do
and
that.
That's just one story.
Yeah.
He's done so much for the community and for others. It's incredible.
And then Rosie says, hi, John and Jenna. I loved all the shorts and Happy New Year. Yeah, we're trying to get more short content out there. And it's for us, it's just about playing, you know, playing the YouTube game. They want more shorts from people, so we do it. So Kent has a lot more to say to follow up what he said earlier. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yes, that is correct.
What?
Well, he's just continuing what he had to say. Biscuit Butt says, Sonny, you just need to promote your items by giving a free lock of hair for each purchase and you'll sell out. Yes. So if you decide to cut your hair like you were talking about, maybe make that
Don't do it, Sonny.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah,
you
keep
have
the hair.
Beautiful hair.
It's iconic. You need to keep it.
Yeah.
Henri Squaw, I believe I probably watched both sides and I just wish the back and forth would just end. Well, on my end, Henri Squaw, it's not happening. I mean, look, I got more things to do. I got more to focus on than to play these games. And if the others want to play games, as long as they don't go any further than they have, then hey, it's good with me. And if they do go further, it's going to be you know, we're going to explore different options than just talking about it on YouTube, and maybe make people accountable, because it's just, you can't do that to people. Yeah. Saturday Thrift says, I tested the promotions and you need to promote, otherwise you're a chance card and that's a waste of time. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Let's see. John, tell them don't bother you. Call out the flippers. I'm not going to call out them by names. They know who they are, and that should be enough.
I think for now things are.
I think things will improve. I think things will improve.
I hope.
You know, it's just, maybe it was for exposure. Maybe I think people like talking
attention.
People like talking about dramatic things in their videos because they tend to not have a whole lot of good content anyway, and it gets people's attention. And they're like, oh, what do they mean? So let me listen longer. So I don't want to be part of that train. I tried to throw out an olive branch earlier in the year to say, hey, you know, let's all get along. And I've got the emails to back it up. And you should see the hate that comes back, or the non-responses. So I'm done with it.
That's fine. Your silence speaks volumes.
Beard says, just stole the bottle of salted caramel Crown for the show tonight, getting a head start.
Well, if I was a drinker, I'd drink that.
We got Larry, and he's way out. Evening, John and Jenna. Yes.
Hello.
Or you're gentle.
What?
You're gentle. Janelle.
Janelle.
Yeah. Archie said, what hurts these idiots more is not saying the name because they want you to. I wouldn't. Right. Yes, I'm not going to give them any kind of traffic to their action. They make enough traffic on their own. So John says, I just want to make enough money to super chat Roman when he gets monetized. Yes, we're hoping at this time next year to say, hey, can you, Roman's almost at 1,000. Can you guys please go and subscribe? But no, joking aside, Roman's a very genuine guy. Yes. Call him a friend, anytime picker, Go check out his channel. And he has one of the most unprofessional live streams on Saturday nights. So if you want to be a part of it, go check out his channel and be a part of his unprofessional live stream.
And he has cooking videos.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't see those.
Yeah, he does.
Is it ramen?
No.
Oh, okay. Henri Squaws, maybe just don't mention other creators at all. I believe that is best solution. Yes, it is. It is the best. And Dave Philman says, John, I would like to suggest you check out a clip. Rocky inspirational speech to his son. I hope this motivates everyone for 2024. Rocky inspirational, because I won't see this after the live because there's so many comments. Speech. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Thank you for that.
How can you even read
I have a doctor's handwriting. I have a PhD in scribble. Chantilly Vintage says, had a scammer say a MS code key new inbox was used, and I think it's Microsoft code key new inbox was used and requested a return. I offered a partial refund to make him go away. He never responded to the offer, so it timed out and eBay released my funds. I'm sure you're going to say funds because it could be released my best friend from prison, could be a lot of things, but no, it's probably released my funds. So we'll go with that. Henri Squad, but you're kind of being a hater right now. I'm just putting it out there, getting it off my chest. Not if I was being a hater, I would be throwing shade directly, and I'm not. At some point, I have to defend myself, and coming out and
we've stayed silent for far too long, and it's only time that John has to have an outlet to be able to say what he needs to say so that this madness will stop.
The problem, Henri Squaw, is that there's people that watch this channel and there's people that watch the other channels, and they're going to see that and go, wow, I didn't know he had a cocaine problem. Wow, I didn't know he was strung out on Adderall. Ooh, I was wondering why he drinks all the time from his cup. And they're going to form an opinion. That's totally wrong. It's called defamation. And if you've ever been defamed, and I'm not saying I have a fame or anything because this is just a small YouTube channel, but if you've ever had someone say things that were libelous or libel against you, maybe you haven't, but it's not a fun thing. And it's not really about my ego or anything like this. It's simply about there's people that, are watching these channels, and it's just not right. It's just not right to say half the things that people say in chat. So you're welcome to form an opinion. And, I'm going to say this. If you think negative about me, Henri Squaw, or anybody out there who hasn't chatted, if you think negative about me, please don't watch the channel. Please do not be involved in this channel, because this is a community where we're trying to be positive. Going into 2024, if you think I'm a hater, then why would you watch this channel? So I'll put it out there. No hate on you, because I think you've been very good to the channel. But if you look at me in that kind of a light, and I don't think you did before, then to me, you've been influenced, I think, by a lot of this negativity that you've seen, or people that have whined and complained about what I've said on their channels. And maybe you believe it. And if you believe it, you shouldn't be watching this channel. And I'll leave it there. Riddle's Closet says, hi, the only thing I got to say about all this things you tell me has helped me, not hurt me. And that's what it's about. If you've been helped with your business on this channel, on the eBay Power Hour podcast, then I'm glad that it's worked out for you. And that's what it's all about. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of it all. Archie says, no one, I Googled John's name and it showed me a donut tire and burned meatballs. I don't think those meatballs were burned. They were just rotten.
They're just nasty.
Big Dre. Hey, Big Dre says, I'm late. Mandatory overtime. Sales are really slow. About a sale a day. Most low value items. January will have to be a good month to get back on track. I'll be sourcing on Monday, 50% off sale at thrift shops. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Find a way to get it as low as possible as you can. We got Lissa. There she is. Hello, sweet FA family.
Aww.
Howdy, beautiful Jenna and John. Jenna, looks like you got a salon gloss.
Well, thanks. I did it myself with my new hair tool that I got for Christmas.
Yes, so she wanted. She got it. Charles says, big difference being a real business versus hobby seller. Everyone fighting for the same dollar. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're all in kind of competition with each other, but that doesn't, because there's so many items that we're selling on eBay. Some people might be selling toilet seats like I am, but the scheme of things, we're all here together and just trying to figure this game out together. And Ken says, not going to lie, I'm just about what subject we're talking. I'm lost about what subject we're talking about. What I can gather so far was John is dangerous. I hate to be dangerous. He buys his fix from a store under a tunnel, and something about a dartboard. You summed it up. You summed it up.
That's exactly spot on.
Not true, but you summed it up. Big Dre said, going to ship out some orders on eBay and Posh now. There you go. Get those things done. Beard says, for the record, John, you didn't have a diatribe. You're soft, no F-bombs. Come on, man. Well, because I'm saving that for your show.
Yeah.
That's going to happen in about 30 minutes or a little bit less than that. So go check out Beard's channel, Bearded Picker on YouTube, and be a part of the live. I'll try to hang out.
Because we have, at times that we know of, children watching, meaning 1, our granddaughter, and for 2, Blake or Henry or any of the other children in the background.
Yeah.
As much as my mouth can get dirty, we have to really just focus on trying to be better.
Yeah. I mean, it's the next generation of resellers that are listening, some of the younger folks. So we don't want to make this about that. But your channel, I'm sure, is going to be full of it.
I can't wait. It makes me so excited.
Mr. Brahim says, yo, what are updates of eBay right now? And what is the number to limit to list on eBay as a beginner? I think they give you, when you first start, like 100 listings, and they make you prove yourself through delivering a good experience to the buyer, getting your item shipped out on time, describing your item accurately, getting good feedback. And then after a while, once you're evaluated, they'll lift that. Updates on eBay right now, not a whole lot, but we're waiting with bated breath for eBay to fix some of their issues like the search problem. So let's hope that 2024 delivers that in the same way. And you know what, let me give shout out to eBay for finally delivering the payment, the instant payment from our buyers. And I haven't had to submit a cancellation request due to non-payment for quite some time.
It's been months.
So thank you, eBay, for finally, yes, better late than never. I appreciate the fact that that's happening now. Yeah. Guy Grew says, I mean, honestly, what do most people do when they're doing business in the stall? They're on their phones. If they see my link in the stall, well, hey. Oh, wow. Legacy Studio, so slow on eBay, returning after several years. Things will pick up, though. I believe that it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah. When that transition happens, I don't know, but that's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it gets better right off the bat. Yeah. But I just think things are going to get worse before it gets better. Beard says, nothing says Merry Christmas like a new seed on the crapper.
That's right.
That's right.
That is right.
But I got to say, I came in the house disgusted the other day. I had opened up it was a lot of these I buy, they say they're in new condition, right? So I get it and I'm like, what is that smell? And there's like specks of brown on the feet. So I was grossed out, had to wash my hands.
He came running in the house to wash his hands.
It was pretty gross, but something I wasn't going to mention, but why not? I keep it real on this channel. So that book that I was going to look at, Profit First. Yeah, we're going to take a look at that. That's the book we're going to look at. We're going to get the audio book because I got too much going on. I can't sit down and read. Just
Profit First.
Profit First. Keena's only book I ever read was How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's by Dale Carnegie. I was in Amway and was told to read it. Long story short, I'm still friendless and can't influence anyone. Well, apparently it worked for me because I'm dangerous. Land Shark Picker says, what's up tonight?
What's up?
Beard's channel is going to have a live. It's going to be off the hook. So make sure.
It's going to be not.
And I know you know where.
Friendly.
I know you know where Beard's channel is. So go and hang out with all of us tonight. I'll be on there off and on. Andy says Amazon is getting tired of people buying the same shirt in 3 different sizes to see which one fits and return to. I think that's a lot of it, and it affects their bottom line. It's a fact that Amazon.com is not a moneymaker for Amazon. It's the Amazon Web, the AWS, Amazon Web Services that really where they make their money. Maya says, my parents have Prime, and I told them I just feel like a lot of things are more expensive. People like me who don't return stuff are funding the serial returns. Yes.
Yeah.
Sheila Goins says, I think eBay has turned out to be just for the top 5% of sellers. There are too many fees. I'm not paying for promotions. Larry Todd's has got a thank you from a buyer saying the jeans I sold him would help with his adult movie career.
Wow.
I hope you're joking.
He's probably not.
Oh, wow. Biscuit Butt says, I think if someone tries to return because it doesn't fit, instead of free returns, they should walk it back to you and lose the weight.
No, you go back. We haven't.
What did I say? Oh, Lynette. Okay. Hey, Lynette, thanks for being here. I'm so happy to have made the live.
Oh, we're so happy to have you.
Yeah, awesome that you're here. Legacy says, I just got a question after weeks of silence. I don't know what that question is, but if I come across it, I'll be glad to try to answer it. We have Kenneth Young says, I've been listening in the background. Well, thanks for being here, Kenneth.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hi.
Yard sale steals. I'm in group 1. My profit is being saved in an account. When it's 100,000, I'll take it out and do something big.
Yeah.
Going to take another couple years. Go on a cruise. I know that Beard's friend John, he's gone on 5 cruises this year, and it's like, man, I haven't gone on my first one yet. I haven't been on a cruise.
I've been on cruises, but I certainly could use one. That is a goal. We need to have an epic vacation.
We do, but then I can't do the business.
See what I'm saying? This is the answer I get on everything we do.
I just enjoy selling on eBay. That's just the way it is.
We need a vacation.
Yeah, we do. It was something with reception, so I can answer buyer questions. Kane R says, a buyer is returning me an item even though I provided proof of me packaging it. He said the item was damaged, and they're going to win every time. Buyer's going to win, so don't fight it. Just go through the return and use your refund tool if it's a scam. Get 50% off the refund if you need to. Shane says, hey, I'm back. Had to murder some hot wings real quick.
Speaking of that, what do we have?
I don't know, but that sounds kind of good, actually.
Oh, shoot.
Brian says, sorry, I'm so late, but I just wanted to let John, Jenna, and the rest of the FA family that I love you guys, or tell the rest of the FA family that I love you guys. Here's to an extremely profitable 2024. Well, Brian, thank you.
We love you, Brian.
And I do hope that the Cowboys, I see the Cowboy logo there. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I've got a bunch of bets, and they are one of them. So I hope they beat Detroit's butt this weekend. Ping G says, I promoted 3%, but I guess I'm too small of a seller to have received that offsite promo offer from eBay. Well, it's way too late now. I know it's funny. Archie, I think he's going to try it for the last 2 days, at like $33 a day, just to see what happens. Because you get the $100, right? But
so do you get better placement or whatever if you do $33 versus $9 and whatever you're gonna do?
They don't tell us the intricacies of what happens. So let's say you have 1,000 items in your store. How is that allocated to each item? I mean, how is every just randomly take items and give them better play? I don't know. And that's why I'm looking at the success we had on this program here, and I just don't understand what to make of it. And I think, and I'll just say what I said Saturday on the Power Hour podcast when Corey from Graham's and Pop's Vintage was with us.
Corey.
I said Corey, did I not?
I don't
Corey
know.
from Graham's and Pop's Vintage. And I believe that eBay is being vague with this program and what it does purposefully to, in my opinion, at least what it felt like, that they're tricking folks who have no business using that program into using that program, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And that's why when I made the video yesterday, I didn't want to draw conclusions and look like a shill for that program, because I honestly don't know if I'm going to continue on it myself. We got Primo Chemo. Congratulations on your 1,000 subs. Keep it going, man. He's a chill dude, laid back, and check out his channel for sure. Let's see. Ken says, John, if you can replicate the same sales with offsite ads again, then you might have data to compare, but without repeating data, people will call it a one-off luck. And I may just do it. Look, it's an investment in my business. Any dime you give eBay towards the promotion or sales of your item is used at the end of the year to bring down your tax burden. I get that. It's a cost of doing business, just the same thing as like your cost of goods. So for me, I may, let's see what the last few days of the year show. If it kind of piddles down to what it was, then of course it's not worth it. Patricia, got one seller right now refusing to accept delivery on an escalated significantly, not as described, after I sent it with an eBay provided label.
Wow.
So I believe a refusal to accept delivery is the same in eBay's eyes as a successful delivery. And that should, it's now the onus is on the buyer. Shane says, I've heard that happening to other people. Scott, thanks for resubbing. I just posted a new video. So go check out Shane's channel.
Yeah.
I know that he recently hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
And he's been busting his butt, and the work has paid off. So good job, Shane.
I like to see, good channels,
good people
just start to, see the success that we've seen
good
and others have seen. And that makes me happy.
Yeah. Good people. They deserve it. So
I like Shane a lot. I think I like the Southern guys a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm from the South, but I'm not.
I just think there's something to it. If you're bald and have a beard, I think your place is on YouTube. There's so many bald guys with beards that do well. Biscuit Bus says, I think John's 2024 goal will include only being 30 minutes behind in chat instead of an hour.
You know what? He needs to have a goal. He needs to have a goal.
Yeah. And my favorite song is Far Behind by Candlebox.
What did Scott say?
What? Where?
Go back up. Right.
Jenna, I got you a phone and tape machine. I'm the nicest human. But the problem is, Beard,
you are the nicest
You
human.
didn't pay for it, though.
No, you didn't pay for it.
That's the hardest part of the whole thing.
You went up this way and then you came down just a little bit.
Samantha says, John, I can't let this year go without telling you. Thank you. Thank you. You've given us your time. When you have a business too, you're truthful, informative, and tireless in sharing your knowledge. Well, thank you, Samantha. That's nice of you. I appreciate it. That means a lot. You know, it's what keeps us going, that type of feedback. So thank you for all that. And let's keep it going into 2024.
Yeah.
Biscuit Butt agrees. Sunny is the real deal, and we're gonna rename him Sunny Anywhere.
Yes.
Let's see. Roman
Beard's hair is overrated.
Yeah, hair is overrated. Roman says, Ken, well, at least it wasn't too good, because unlike me spending all my savings on buying Archie a diamond ring. Yeah, I wonder when you guys are gonna, culminate that whole thing. So we'll see. Let's see. Trying to get to some more folks. So we got Biscuit Butt says, Scott, so telling you he also breastfed me with his warm milk too?
That's the one
what in the world?
Story.
I don't know.
Really?
I'm trying to catch up here. Let's see. Disgruntled says Roman is Octo approved. Yes. So go check out his channel. Anytime picker, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Jovial says, wanted to take this time to say thank you so much, John and Jenna, for all you have done for us this year. I feel the same way about you guys. No, I mean, I'm some old dude. Now that I'm 50, I can say I'm old.
He is old.
Talking to myself in front of a camera without you guys being here. So now I'm not talking to myself. I got someone to talk to. So thanks for being here. Disgruntled says, hey, Lisa, driving, so shouldn't be chatting, but yet
Rain,
you are.
Just subscribe. Thank you, Rain.
Where did
right there.
Where? Okay.
Yes.
Rain. Okay. Just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
Sadistics is, I think, a good video series would be business systems and processes. Not a lot of that available on YouTube. For example, inventory intake sheets, inventory management, cost of goods tracking, etc. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like some people, there's a different, I'll say, generation of new resellers that are coming in, and they're need to get back to the basics.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Channel Writing says, I watch on TV, but tune in to say, keep up the good fight. I like your channel and don't agree with everything, but value your opinions. Well, thank you. I appreciate you for saying that. And we're not always going to agree. And it's not about an echo chamber. It's about ideas. So, hey, I'm going to have an idea that's going to be totally screwed up. Josh has had ideas that were like, the audience was like, don't do it. And the audience was a very huge influence on that plan of action, and he's made it work for him. Alyssa says, John, haters don't deserve the attention. You are by far the better man across the board. Ugliness in the soul eats them eventually. Yes, I agree. So let this be.
Sonny wants me to do his hair.
Really?
Come on over. I got a new hair tool.
Can you do my hair?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. John says, I don't think any of that statement is correct, Todd, other than reseller. Haha.
Wait, what?
I didn't see the statement, though.
I don't think any of that statement is correct.
I don't know.
Other than reseller. I think he was talking about.
Shane says, I don't like F-bombs on my live shows, and my viewers are all degenerates like me. Benny Stratton says, Benny says, John, 100% agree. Thank you for the instant payments from buyers. I, too, have not had to file a non-paying bidder in a long time as well. They're working on instant payments on auctions next.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's hope they fix the more pressing things. I think auctions are kind of a dying thing, but
for you, Maybe not for some.
For most.
Maybe.
For most.
But there's still a thing. And what I really hope they concentrate on is the search.
GC says, sounds like it's time for me to do more promoted listings. I think everyone's got to figure that part out for themselves.
Yeah, you got to figure out what works for your business. You know, just, you know, we can only share with you what our experiences are, you know, versus, you know, promoting at 2% versus 10 versus 12, you know, and so on. We're not selling the same items. We don't have the same anything that has to do with each other's business.
Right.
So you got to find out what works for you.
And Sparkles Unique Boutique Shop says you can pay for Wi-Fi on a cruise and it'll work. Yeah. And work. Yes.
Thank you. Somebody's in my corner.
And then Ken says, Jenna, send death threats to John to go on a vacation. He might comply. Vintage Vaughn.
Is that what it's going to
take? Vintage Vaughn says, hello, John and Jenna, all in chat, trying to list my last free 50 items up to 1,080 now. There you go.
Nice.
Build that business.
That's right.
Lawrence Blake says, go blue, go Lions. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, well, you know what? As long as they lose by, I think the point spread is like 6. So as long as they lose by 3, I'm good. Or maybe if they even win by 3. You know, they have to lose by 3. I don't know, whatever it is. Guy Guru says, hey, be careful because apparently I went over on my offsite promotion and they have taken $5 last couple of days. I ended it like 3 days ago. So there's a delay there. I think there is a delay, but you know, for me, almost $1,000 in sales driven from that. So all is good. Now, some might even say that, how do you know that eBay's telling you the truth? How do you know that they're not taking the numbers that you're getting organically on eBay? I guess we don't know that, right? But at the end of the day, eBay, the scoreboard on eBay isn't how you promote. It isn't where you promote, how you promote, what you're listing, how many items you have in your store, how many items you listed today. The scoreboard is what did you make? How much money did eBay send you your account?
Right.
On the daily basis or at the end of the week, which is Tuesday when they send the money over. How much money did they send to your account? That is the only scoreboard that matters.
That is.
And if you're achieving what you're hoping to get, then you are on track. And while you should still make small improvements to your business, don't change in a big way if you're happy with what you're doing. Jackie says, Happy New Year. Thanks for being here.
Happy New Year, Jackie.
Randall says, in promoted listings, I started 5% on select items. And after a month or two, I remove the promoted listing and knock off 10% before I pull the item after a month. Yeah, you got to keep adjusting, I think.
Yeah.
So that's your way of doing that. So Rain wants to know what's Shane's channel, and check it out, Rain, right here. Soda City Flips. So check his channel out. We're almost to the end of the chat, but Roman says diamond rings are very expensive. I'll have to buy a fake one. Delvio says, to the FA family, may this year be filled with optimistic expectations, sincere happiness filled with new adventure. Give the ones you love an extra squeeze. Tomorrow is never promised. That is 100% true.
I like that.
Biscuit Butt says, John just skips comments for me or Roman and you'll be caught up in chat. Well, I still got to get used to, I got to get used to Archie's comments now. I'm not used to seeing him here. Mike says, hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Happy New Year to all. Hey, buddy, was wondering where you were, but thanks for being here and very happy New Year to you.
Mike. We love you. We miss you. When are we going to see him?
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully he makes a trip out here and we can hang out. Sparkles says, when you take the $100 for the ads, does it automatically add the credit from the link? It does. Well, they haven't hit me for $100 yet, so we'll see, but it's supposed to. Usually anything you'd go over that is when they'll start charging you. That was my experience when I did the the promoted listings advance, where they offered, I think it was $150. They never charged me. It was the credit was on file, and then if I went over, they would have charged. Legacy says, do you know Crazy New York Driver Joe? Yes. He's one of the first channels that was kind enough to give my small channel at the time a shout out back in 2020. And he's a very good dude. And go check him out, Crazy New York Driver. Lance White says, don't give power to people that you don't hold in high esteem. Jenna is a good judge to know who to listen to and value their opinion. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Alicio DiFranco says, can you explain eBay authentication process? I have shoes that I would like to list. Just the listing automatically mark it to go through eBay authentication process if it's certain dollar amount. Yes, it is a couple things. It's brands. It is not only brands, but it's how you price that item. If you price it under 75 bucks, it'll never go into authentication. 75, and that'll trigger over 75 or more, and it'll trigger the free label. The buyer pays for it. It's like $15 for the FedEx ground label, and that's it. If you have an item that would normally be selected for authentication and it's priced under 75, then you don't have to deal with that process. And believe me, I know, because I had to ask that question to get someone from the US on the phone. And that was one of the ways I was able to get a US rep, because those reps in the US are in the authentication team. So I had to play the game. Can you tell me about the authentication service? And I'm considering listing some shoes at a certain price point. And after they answered my question, I was able to answer or ask the real question why I called in the first place. Lynn, I'm loving your hair. I missed the name of the new tool you received for Christmas. Please tell me your secret again. Want to tell us?
So I got the new, well, it's not so new anymore. I think it's like a year old, but it's the Shark Flex Styler. It is a blow dryer and a curler all in. Well, you have different tools, attachments, kind of like the Dyson Airwrap, except it's
like half the price.
Half the price.
Yeah.
So, because I was never going to spend
$500,
$600 on a hair tool. So, it went on sale. He got some kind of deal.
And we have Lynette. She's a pay-to-player. I do 15% promoted listings across the board. It seems to work the best for women's pre-owned clothes. If I go any lower, I hardly get any sales. Mm-hmm. And that's because of the high competition, Lynette. And you're doing what works for you. At the end of the day, you're happy with the number, or maybe you're not, but you're getting more money deposited in your account. And that's 100% why we do this. Nobody gets on here to do it for free, to endure all the stuff we deal with the sellers, the buyers, the platform. We do it to make money. That should be the only scoreboard that you look at. Bobble says, Sonny, you know, I only tell the truth as I see it. I don't blow smoke. Credit where rightfully due. Yes, Lissa is very, she's very to the point, and she doesn't pretend to be someone she's not. She'll tell you the way it is.
Yeah, and that's why I love her. Her and I are very similar.
Brett, thanks for being here. Finally got here, late but here. Hope you both enjoyed a great Christmas. Just broke 122,000 in sales for the year. 2 more days to go. Wishing you all a great new year and happy 2024. May the sales be with you. Yes, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Happy New Year.
Good job.
You and Julie.
Good job in 2023. Let's see. Anybody else? Lenny K says 3 sales during the live. There you go. Hit that like button, guys. So I think we are going to transition over to Bearded Picker. Go check out the link in chat, and that'll take you over to his live. And let's take the show over there. And I want each and every one of you guys to have an excellent new year. Take one thing that you want to do. Take one thing that you want to do with your business and focus on making that happen. And if you set a goal that's realistic, no goal is unachievable. Okay. Make it a realistic goal and put your focus on making that happen. And find good channels to kind of lean on. We're here to help in any way we can. And let's make 2024 a positive new year. And looking forward to it, guys. So you have anything to say? That's it.
You caught me off guard. I was reading the rest of the comments.
Well, it's the end of the year.
So your hairstyling tool link is in the description, and yes, we get a little commission from it because it is an Amazon link, and we are affiliates.
Oh, I didn't even know you had it set up that way.
So, anyways, we hope and pray that you all have amazing success in 2024. 2024, and we can't wait to see you in the new year.
Yes, and
are we gonna go live on Monday?
We will not be live on Monday unless you guys want us to.
Should we go live on Monday?
Comment down below when the live's over. If enough people say let's go live, we'll go live. So we'll figure that out. But
we'll figure that out.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for
We
being
love
part
you
of the
all.
channel.
We appreciate each and every one of you that sticks with us and sends positive vibes and support to us all throughout the year. We love you guys so much.
Yes. And be sure to check out the eBay Power Hour podcast tomorrow morning. It is a banger episode. So have a good one, guys. And we will see you next year. Take care, everyone.
Next year.